Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new YouTube video. Today, I'm very excited to this video. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite companies, one of my favorite stocks that I own, and that's going to be none other than Disney. If you guys are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, giving the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you dislike it, that's fine too. I think if you dislike it, that helps out as well. I don't even know how the algorithm works. But, and if you guys subscribe, make sure you hit the bell for the notifications so you get notified whenever I make a video. I'm trying to pump out these videos. I'm trying to get out a few a week. I know I said just one, but I'm trying to really just get out a few a week, as many as I can really. But just real quick before we jump into the Disney, I guess, deep dive, I just want to go over the point of the channel. Once again, I've made a shift to, mainly just talking about investing. So I really want to just document my financial freedom journey, which means I'm going to be updating you guys weekly, if not multiple times a week, on the M1 Finance portfolio, showing you, what I'm doing, what I'm buying, and things like that, and then how my, portfolio's essentially set up. And then I'm going to get a Discord up soon. I really want to just build up the channel a little bit more before I just started getting a Discord up, but in the future there will be a Discord, and essentially just build a nice community where we can talk stocks, investing, and things like that. And then doing videos like this where I'm going over my favorite stocks, my favorite companies that I own. Like you guys will see, I'll be doing a video on Tesla soon, Amazon, and then other companies that I really love and that I'm really bullish on. So that's kind of the overview of what the channel is going to be about, guys. So if you are if that any of that interests you, please again don't hit the subscribe button. But let's jump into the topic of this video. I'm going to be talking about Disney, and then at the end of the video, guys, I will do a quick overview of the portfolio. Again, making some changes from the last video, so we'll go over that. All right, last thing before we jump into the Disney deep dive, I guess, you guys will see two links down below in the description for M1 Finance. One of the links is going to be my portfolio. You guys can see my holdings and how I have it, how the portfolio is set up. You guys can see that. The second link is going to be a referral link. So I believe right now you guys get a free $10 if you sign up with M1 Finance. You get a free $10 and I get a free $10. That just helps out the channel. If you guys are new to M1 Finance and you're consider signing up, it is a great way to get get started essentially. So I think you have to deposit $100 to get started. But all right, let's jump into Disney. Let's jump into the main meat and potatoes of this video. So making sure everything looks good. All right, so Disney Plus surpasses 100 million subscribers. That's amazing. That's all you guys need to know. Let's just end the video right there in less than a year and a half. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm just kidding. But yeah, okay, so in less than a year and a half, I believe this was they achieved this in 16 months roughly. So this is nuts. So as somebody who I have Disney Plus myself. I'm actually watching WandaVision right now. It's a great show, by the way. I love this company, and I feel like this company is just getting started in terms with Disney Plus. I mean, it's very new. So this is half, if you guys don't know. So Netflix has a little over 200 million subscribers. I think they have like 204 or 5K, or I'm sorry, 204 million or 205 million, something like that they just announced. So Disney Plus has roughly half of that number right now. But they achieved that in a year and a half. It took Netflix 10 years to get to 100 million. But let's just, I'm going to go over some of the things they mentioned in this article. There's a bunch of articles that I read. So let's see here. So yeah, just of January 2nd of 2021, they announced they had 94 million. So like roughly a month and a half later, they announced they had another 6 million. although executives didn't say what pushed Disney Plus over 100 million subscribers, the recent success of WandaVision and Raya the Last Dragon. I actually just watched this too in the theater. We went to the theater to see this. Really good movie, but you guys can also watch that on Disney Plus. I think you have to pay like $30. But if you want to watch it in the comfort of your own home, it's definitely worth seeing either way. And then the next big series for Disney Plus is The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which comes out March 19th. So I'm excited. We'll start watching that as well. Here's something big. The enormous success of Disney Plus has inspired us to be even more ambitious and to significantly increase our investment in the development of high quality content. CEO Bob Chapek, I don't even know how to say his last name, Chapek, I think it's Chapek, said in a press release. In fact, we set a target of more than 100 new titles per year, and this includes Disney animation, Disney live action, pretty much all their their shows, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic. So look at that, guys. Read this again. In fact, 100 more titles per year. So that's crazy. To me, that's crazy. Disney's streaming success has caught the attention of everyone in the industry. Netflix CEO Reed Hastings didn't think it was possible that Disney could generate 60 million subscribers for Disney Plus within its first year, and now it has passed 100 million subscribers within 16 months. And they just state here, direct-to-consumers business is the company's top priority. So direct-to-consumer meaning obviously their streaming platform, but also I want to bring up Disney is going to be shutting down some of their retail stores and shift its focus towards e-commerce. So here's where I think a lot of people are missing out on what can be really big for this company. So e-commerce, think of Amazon, right? Amazon, Shopify, the giants of e-commerce. So Disney they make a lot of their money from merchandise, right? So selling things online, and I don't think they mentioned it here. It was an article I read. I don't have the article pulled up, but they said something about redoing their website and making it, obviously better. And I don't know if they can. I don't think it's in the Disney Plus app, but I read somewhere too that they said if they make like a Disney Plus shopping app, imagine if you think about all the families that have kids, and now you have an app where you can do shopping for Baby Yoda, Frozen stuff, like think of all the Disney shows. Like Disney Plus is like doing this, it's shifting towards e-commerce, and then just their streaming service is game changing, guys, for this company. On top of that, parks are closed right now. I believe. I don't know if they're all completely closed, but to my understanding, most of them they're essentially closed. But once they open up, that's going to be a lot more revenue coming in. I believe that's going to shoot the stock upwards as well. But okay, just going back to this article right here. They originally predicted 60 to 90 million, which was, I think that was just a low ball. The company has blown past that goal and is now targeting between 300 and 350 million subscribers. So this is across all its streaming platforms: Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, Star Plus, and Hotstar by 2024. So like that's crazy. To try to continue growing Disney Plus subscriber base, Chapek reiterated that Disney's direct-to-consumer business is the company's top priority, and our robust pipeline of content will continue to fuel its growth. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover in this article here. Again, guys, Seeking Alpha is a great resource to do research on companies. I pretty much read through most of these articles or skimmed through most of them, but you can kind of see who's bullish, who's bearish on these companies, and you can, do your own research and get, make your own conclusions. If we go to tip ranks, so I believe this should be a lot higher. There are no sells. We have 19 buys, 4 holds, so the consensus is a strong buy. I think this is going to be a lot higher. I don't know when. I think this is a $300 stock, potentially in the next 1 to 2 years. So I mean, we're looking at what is that, like a 33-ish% upside in the next 1 to 2 years. Because I don't believe these analysts are factoring in when the parks reopen and the huge shift to e-commerce, of making a lot of website sales, and the growing. I think a lot of people are underestimating the growing of Disney Plus and how much this is gonna really grow. And to reiterate that, we can go to this article right here, which just came out, I believe, yesterday or the other day. So Disney forecasts to steal Netflix's crown as the world's biggest streaming firm, and they predicted that to be, so they predict Disney Plus to be number 1 by 2024. And I can see that happening. I think it might happen earlier, to be honest. I think it's going to happen in 2023. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, guys. Do your own research. What I'm saying is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. I'm just a guy in his room making a video. So, but you can kind of see the graph that they laid out here. Disney Suite. I don't know if that's, I think that's Hulu and ESPN Plus and all the other things that they have combined. But anyway, you can see in that's where they predict that to overtake Netflix, and then you have Amazon up there too. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. All right, guys. So I just want to jump into some quick financials. And again, I am still learning a lot of this stuff. I'm not really too savvy on the technicals of the stock, the financials. I'm really trying to understand the fundamentals and why I'm buying a company. But as time goes on, I will, keep doing my research and keep learning about, I guess, like I said, the technical and the financial aspect of the stock. But overall, just before we jump into that, my thoughts on Disney. I believe it's a good recovery stock. When the parks open, and I mean, touching on recovery stocks, I think a lot of people think, okay, COVID just vanishes and things go back to normal and airlines, and I don't think that's how it's gonna work, to be honest. So when I say recovery stock for this company, I'm just meaning, parks will reopen. Even when they're at limited capacity, they'll just keep increasing it. Disney's Plus's subscribers are growing exponentially, growing really fast, and they have a focus on e-commerce. So I believe both of those are game changing. E-commerce, focusing on that, selling of the merchandise, things of that nature, and then doubling down on the streaming service. That's going to be key for this company. I also do believe they will reinstate their dividend. I don't know when, but that would be nice. Okay, so let's go. So their market cap, $358 billion, just under $358 billion. So this is one of the biggest companies in the world. And then just looking at, like I said, some quick financial performance. So for let's look at 2019 first. So this was pre-COVID obviously. So 2019, the revenue was $69 billion. Right here, their net income. So this is how much, their profit, how profitable the company was, $11 billion. And then this just shows the year so they were down 12% from 2018. The revenue was up And then obviously if we go to 2020, things look pretty bad, you know. That's when COVID hit. They shut down their parks, which was most of their money. And then, you know, they did make the shift to streaming, but still. So 2020 revenue 65 billion. Their net income negative 2.86 billion. I guess something to note is cash on hand is just under 18 billion. So I do expect this to obviously shift back to where, you know, to like pre-COVID. I don't know how long that's going to take. But like I said, I mean, their streaming service is growing insanely fast, and then shifting towards e-commerce is going to help them out as well. So I'll keep you guys updated with Disney. I plan on doing a lot more videos on this company as, you know, as updates come along and things like that. Jumping into the portfolio, so we are sitting at just over $6,600 and some change, excuse me. Let's show you. So we are up about $440 total, 22%. Again, that's money weighted, and we've earned just over $26 in dividends. So with the dividends, I believe roughly 3/4, I would have to double check this, but I think roughly 3/4 of my companies that I own pay a dividend. Again, I've added, like, obviously Tesla doesn't pay, Amazon, those don't pay dividends, but I think a good chunk do. We're more of a hybrid portfolio than just complete dividends. So the week, let's just take a quick look at the past week. Really good week in the market. We are up almost $400, 6.5%, and then we've earned a nice $1 and change of dividends. So again, I expect this number to this number to down the road take off. It's a slow, dividends is a slow game, but once you start having, you know, I think once I start hitting 100K with this portfolio, this will start taking off. It's like rolling a snowball. It takes a while to build the snowball, but once you've got it going, it's going. So changes with the portfolio real quick. So I'm trying to remove Amazon from my tech slice. I have $700 of Amazon, and I'm trying to make it its own slice, like Tesla own slice. So hopefully this works. I forgot if this is the way to do it. I feel like they keep changing it. If there's one complaint, or one of the few complaints I have with M1 Finance, guys, it is switching slices and pies around and stuff like that. It's kind of confusing, and I feel like should be an easier way to do it. But Tesla is actually about 26% of my portfolio, which is actually where I want to keep it for the most part. And then Amazon, I have 10%. I have the target at 15 for Tesla, but this stuff's all gonna change for the most part. But Amazon I have at 10, but I think I want to get it to 12 or 15. So you guys will see it. I know I keep making a lot of changes, and I think in a week or two, things will be pretty much where I want them to be. And then I'm moving NextEra Energy from the green energy slice to just the energy. I'm gonna actually be selling PBW and TAN. Get rid of those just because I don't need too many energy slices. I'm trying to just narrow down my holdings. But if we go to consumer, you guys can see that Disney is actually my biggest consumer holding at 31%, and I have it at about, so this is pretty much where I want it to be. And then I do have Netflix, so I like both of them, but I'm really bullish on Disney, as you guys can see in the video. We're gonna wrap up the video. I just want to kind of go over, summarize the Disney, why I am really bullish on it, why I love this company is, number one, their subscription service, Disney Plus. So you know, if you guys look at like Adobe in 2012, I believe I just looked it up. 2012 was when they made the switch to monthly and annual a subscription as a service, and then the revenue took off, the stock price took off, So Disney Plus is in the infancy, stages. It is roughly 16 months old. It's only hit, I believe, like 60, 70 countries. They have a lot more room to grow, and so that's the number one reason is Disney Plus. I'm very high expectations. It's been growing very fast, and it should continue to grow fast for the next few years. The second one would be Disney switching to an e-commerce focused model. So, look at Amazon, the king of e-commerce, right? So Disney Plus, I keep saying Disney Plus. Disney selling, a lot of merchandise of, say Star Wars, Marvel, all that stuff, focusing on the online selling. And then the third thing would be obviously reopening of the parks. So all three of these things have made me super bullish on the company. Some of Disney Plus top titles be Mandalorian, WandaVision, and then just the company in general has iconic characters and, TV shows, the movies and things like that. It's also obviously really good for kids. If you have a family, if you have kids, they're gonna want to watch. Most likely, if you have kids, you're gonna have Disney Plus, right, in your home. But even if you don't have kids, like me and my girlfriend Becca, we don't have kids. We still love Disney Plus, and we watch most of the shows. Like we're gonna be watching The Winter Soldier when that comes out this upcoming week. All right, guys, that is my wrap up / deep dive of the company. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next video.